Hey Huskies, Mr. Scott here. I'm going to teach you guys today how to use a virtual note-taking app called Padlet to kind of have some spice added to your notes and do it in a little bit of an interactive way that might teach you a little bit as you learn how to study more interactively. This could be helpful in a social studies class, a science class if you're studying a series of terms, social studies if you're studying a seminal moment in history or an important figure, and then obviously an English class if you're talking about a topic or some sort of character in a novel or something like that. So first, you go into Padlet. I have the Padlet app. I would just sign in with your school email, and it's going to give you 3 free Padlets to use. I know 3 doesn't seem like a lot, but you can take screenshots of them or delete them when you're done with them. So I'm going to show you the finished product first. Ms. Burns and I, another junior English teacher, decided to make a growth mindset Padlet to help students with our first topic of discussion in American Lit, which is the growth mindset. Now, we have pictures of Carol Dweck, the author of the growth mindset principle and the part of her identity, some quotes from her, some images that we can enlarge and look at between the growth mindset and the fixed mindset as we study, some shorter quotes, more manageable. We have an acrostic poem. We have a TED Talk from Carol Dweck about the power of believing you can, some quick quotes about loving challenges, another image with 2 distinct heads there, one with a fixed mindset and some quotes that they might be saying, and then one with a growth mindset, some manageable terminology. A bunch of growth mindset quotes from different people like Winston Churchill, George Eliot, Lao Tzu, Eckhart Tolle, and Albert Einstein. We have an image of growth being an incremental process, as we see in this block picture down there. Michael Jordan, a basketball player who got progressively better over his career. We have the city of Rome, as many of you know, wasn't built in a day, but based on incremental improvement. The concept of the adjacent possible, another picture of a brain, and how escaping a fixed mindset is something that we need work on. Picture books to teach growth mindset to kids. The idea of a false growth mindset, and the desire to receive praise all the time, and then incremental versus breakthrough. So if I'm studying from this, I'm inundated with images and text, and it helps me develop a roundedness of my mastery of the concept. But again, this is the finished product, all right? This is what it looks like when it's done. I'm going to go through the process of showing you how to make one next. So we go back to our main screen. This is what it's going to look like. It's going to give you a cheesy reminder at the top after your name. Remember to eat your veggies. You can either make a Padlet or join a Padlet. So if you go back into my growth mindset one, all right, if I wanted to collaborate maybe with a classmate or with somebody else, what I can do is I click on the people and I can add or edit members. So I'm working on this with Miss Levin, Miss Connell, and Miss Burns. I could add them by email as long as they have a Padlet account, or I can change the privacy, make it public, all right, and anybody can administer it, and then I can just copy my link to Clipboard and send them a link via email or send it to them via Schoology, and then we can all work on it together in real time or in live time, which is an awesome feature if you're taking notes with a partner or if you have a group of people working on a piece of notes that you're all going to study from individually. So that's what it looks like when it's all complete. Seems like a fun way to study, right? It's better than just looking over an outline or simple notes that you have written down in your notebook or in Notability using somebody else's handwriting perhaps that you can't even really read, all right? So we go back to our main screen. We click the plus button of Make a Padlet, all right? And you can choose whether you want to do a wall, which is what the last one was, a shelf, back channeling, Canvas, which is great for flowcharts, just a stream of information, much like an Instagram feed or something like that. Maps and timelines would be particularly useful for a social studies classroom if you're memorizing where countries are, or the countries in Africa or South America, whatever the case is. Timelines I can see being hugely successful in American history, or a class like that, or a grid. So I'm going to go back to the wall. That's kind of my go-to. Everybody has their own familiarity with how they like to see information. So it's going to start you out with a blank Padlet. This is a nice brown mahogany color for you. It says My Radiant Padlet, made with a bold sensibility. All right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce myself to people a little bit with this. So I'm going to do it my name. Austin Scott. the description. Meet your English teacher. How about that? Okay, so it's going to give me an address that people can access the Padlet to. You can even pick an icon. I'm going to do an icon that represents me. All right. So I am the basketball coach at Hersey. So I'm going to choose a little basketball. That's how a lot of people know me. But you can also add your own. You can add a picture of yourself. That could be cool to do too. Or you can choose no icon at the top. All right. You can choose no icon or you can choose icon. That's totally up to you. Your wallpaper, you can do gradient colors, solid colors, textures, and patterns. I'm a gradient guy. I love the orange. Go Huskies. All right, that's like an orangish red. But you can add a picture if you want to remind you of something, or a picture about the topic. Could be cool. Add your own, upload your own pictures. That could work as well. But we're just going to kind of stay efficient here and go pretty quick. You can choose your color scheme, whether you want it dark or light, kind of what font you want out of the 4 of those. Attributions, if you're working on this collaboratively, you can say like how many people, or your teacher might ask you like, how many notes did Jessica put down as opposed to Chris? Well, you can have them time-stamped by the time they added and then their person's name. So I'm going to add attributions in case I work on this with somebody else. And then new post position. When you add a new post, do you want it to go to the top or do you want it to go to the bottom? I like it to go at the bottom because you're progressing in the information as you go along. I'm going to disallow comments. I don't need anybody else really commenting on this. And I'm going to disallow the reactions as well. You can have them grade it, star it, upvote it, or like, much like social media. You can require approval, filter profanity. I would definitely do that if I'm working with a friend I might not necessarily trust as much. Okay, so I save it. Now, I have this blank screen. This plus button in the bottom right will take you what it looks like. So I type in, like, I want a picture of myself first. So I'm going to add a picture from my computer, all right? So I'm going to go to all photos, and I have a picture in here, I believe, of something that's important to me, my wife and son. So I'm going to label that Kelly and Dean. All right? And it's going to add onto my screen. Now, what else can I do? Much like searching for images in your iPhone or on a cellular device like that, you can just type in Austin Scott, Hersey, see what images come up. Oh, there's me coaching basketball. All right, I can do that. And then post it. It's going to load a little bit and then pop up. Now, if I wanted to find a link of something from the internet, I can just copy and paste a URL from a website, from something that says a little bit about me. Maybe it's a profile for my job or a profile that somebody else did on me, or magazine article, newspaper article, whatever the case is. I'm going to cancel that for now because I don't have a article on the ready. But you can add photos from your own library. You can search for photos, videos, GIFs, audio, web. All right. So I might just have an image of, I love to read. So I find maybe an artsy image of a bookshelf, or maybe a picture of my favorite book, something like that. I find which one I like. Oh, I like this. Look at the door. Beautiful bookcases. Okay, I add that. People know I'm an English teacher. And then I want some text. I can't have all just images, right? I want some text about myself. I want some text about where I work. All right. Why I teach English. Okay. Then I can say something about myself. I can write and tell others why I teach English. All right. I love to teach English, comma, specifically at John Hersey High School, because I love to watch students read and develop mastery of the English language while finding their writing voice as a young author. I have always seen English as a lifelong skill that right, so why I teach English. Now I have a little text there. So you see, like, just a few things about me. I have my wife and child, what I do at Hersey, why I love to read, why I teach English. I can add videos of, you know, for example, let's go where I went to college, the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse. So I can see if I have a picture there. Boom, got it. UW La Crosse logo. It's going to pop up. It's going to post. Nope, that was not a good one. So if I don't like it, this is a perfect example. I can just delete it. I can find a better one than that. So, whoop, I search UW. Oh, perfect. Love that. Love that image. UWL Eagle. I also love to golf. Let's look at a GIF for golf. All right. I don't want Happy Gilmore. I don't want Tiger Woods. Not a huge Tiger guy. These are all people golf messing up. So I'm like, you know what? Nah, I don't want that. Let's just go to golf images. And let's do this. There's nothing better than a scenic golf hole, right? Beautiful golf hole. Look at that. You got the ocean crashing in the background, beautiful golf landscapes. Now I have too many options. I don't want to waste time here, but I love this one with the mountains in the background. All right. Excellent. I'm going to post that. It's going to load. I should probably have a little bit more text somewhere, introducing myself. What are my attributes? What are my favorite qualities about myself that I love to share with students? So, personality. Okay, so I said a little bit about my personality as a teacher. I love to have fun in the classroom. I'm energetic every day. Sometimes I use dad jokes. Other times I try, important to proofread. I try desperately to be relevant by using teenage slang, no cap. Either way, I like to believe there is never a dull moment in my classroom, all right? So again, just by looking at this, I could make a video or I could, give a speech in front of the class, but if I make a Padlet, it's an interactive way to get to know me. And again, that's just 7 or 8 minutes. You can really go fast and use different parts of the process. You can have some images that you have saved on your phone. You can use a link of a video that you might like or a song that you might enjoy, whatever the case is, a file. There's also other things. I could draw a picture of myself. Oh, look, I could snap a selfie. Here I am working hard. Use photo, post it. So if you really want a picture of me and what I look like in the current moment while I'm making my Padlet, there it is. All right. And then let's look here. You can add a voice or audio recording, place, location. Again, anything that you really want to do, you can do on Padlet, and it really makes the note-taking process fun and interactive, and it lets you just kind of have some fun while you're creating notes and testing how much knowledge you have about something. Obviously, I have a lot of knowledge about myself because it's the life I live, but if I was doing it on the growth mindset, or if I'm doing it on the Battle of Antietam in the Civil War, all right, it tests you on what you think is important and how you manage that information in an interactive setting. So hopefully this is something that you guys can use. Hope you had fun learning, and I will see you soon interacting with Padlet in the classroom. Have a great day.